Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the second edition of my picks for Warped Tour. Last year I did a video of, I think it was my top 10 bands to see, maybe top 15. I can't be exactly sure, but I'll link that down below if you want to watch it. And basically, I looked at the entire lineup this year because, as far as I know, all the bands have been announced. There might be a few more additions. I don't know. Kevin Lyman said they're not done with announcements, but it could be sponsors. It could be anything like that. So I decided to make a video anyways and talk about my top 20 bands to see for the 2014 Warped Tour. So let's get to it. As you know, every year Warped Tour tends to go on and on with some more awesome bands that are really popular in the scene nowadays and less of the old punk style that they used to carry every year. And I know a lot of people argue about it, and that's all you can do, but you know what? There's so many people that come to these shows, like kids and teenagers, and even like some young adults. They go in and they enjoy it because, like me, I just love music, and a lot of the bands that play I always enjoy. So yeah, I compiled a list of 20 bands that I think you guys should keep an eye out for, and if you get a chance to, see them live. I think about the first 10 I have listed here are the ones that I'm going to check out more than others, but I'll tell you at the end what ones I'm really focused on seeing. Alright, so starting out, I want to talk about Stray from the Path. They were one of the first bands announced, I think like in the first lineup announced actually, and it's their first time on Warped Tour, and I just know they are going to tear it up. They are one of the greatest bands on the go today as far as the genre of, I don't know what to call it, because it's not metalcore, and it's like a different, like dirty rock, metal thingamajig, and some people call them like the new Rage Against the Machine, and of course the new album does prove they love Rage, but either way, I guarantee you this band is someone to really look out for and make sure to catch their set. The second band is This Wildlife. They are a two-piece acoustic rock act, and they actually just recently got signed to Epitaph Records, which is amazing because these dudes make some awesome music. I know they have a lot of beautiful tunes and actually covered some really relevant new songs, like I think it was Sleepwalking by Bring Me the Horizon. They did an acoustic rendition of that, and ever since, every other band or something has been trying to cover it, but theirs is the greatest. Alright, so number 3, a band you need to see, because I know I'm not missing them, Vanna. They are currently working on a new album, and I think they just finished recording it all, so there's the mixing and mastering, and it's going to be put out hopefully by summer, because I know if they put it out by like June or July, I'm going to want to buy it. And yeah, I just know, just like Stray from the Path, this hardcore band is going to have a lot of fan interaction. They're going to go wild and nuts for the half hour they have on stage, so I know I don't want to miss it. Number 4, you can judge me if you want, but Q is what we aim for. They were on, I won't say a hiatus, because most of the people left the band, and Shant, their singer, was like the only member for a couple years, and then they got the original lineup back, and now they're like a full band again, and I think they're working on a new album. I could be wrong, because they put up some demos and B-sides a while ago, and I'm just like, this is the teenager inside me. This is like 14 or 15-year-old me is like, I really want to see you guys. I love you so much. But, you know, I'll be on the inside, I'll be like, yeah, this is a pretty cool band. Number 5, I picked Beartooth. I saw like 10 minutes of their set when they were on the August Burns Red Tour with like Bless the Fall and Defeater last year in November, and I was really bummed because I was late getting to the venue, so I missed like most of their good songs, and I just know that if going to their full like probably half-hour set this summer, they're just going to tear it up, and you know, they were on one date at Warped Tour last year, and now they get to go on the whole thing this summer, so I think it's going to be pretty crazy. Number 6, I picked Dayshell. If you follow me on Instagram, I actually made a tiny little rant about Dayshell, and I truly believe that they're going to shine on Warped Tour. They probably won't be the stick-out band of the summer, but I really feel like those who liked Of Mice and Men could love Dayshell, because Shaylee was obviously a key component of that band. His vocals stuck out as something that made them a prominent force in the metalcore scene. Of course, they're still super duper popular, but yeah, like Dayshell is just like this alternative rock act that if you listen to their debut full length and then go watch them Warped Tour, I promise you won't be disappointed. I know that I'm going to catch them live. They're probably on my top 5 list to see. Number 7, Every Time I Die. I was supposed to see them at the 2012 Warped Tour, and you know what happened? I got sick because me and my family were at a hotel, and I was the only one who went swimming in this outside pool, and I'm the one that got sick. And I was pissed because I did not even want to go outside. I hate outside. I'm an indoors kind of person. So yeah, I left that Warped Tour date. If anyone's in Toronto in 2012, they know that a girl died. I think it was during Chelsea Grin set, and there was a big rainstorm. I mean, it was pretty bad, and I was already like sick with, I think it was strep throat and some form of mono over like 2 days. But I was like, I can go, I can do it. I couldn't do it. I'm so glad I left because it was bad. But yeah, I missed out, so I'm gonna try to catch him this summer. Number 8. Heart to Heart. If you've never listened to them, I think they're on Pure Noise Records right now. And I saw the last bit of their set at the Story So Far tour, which is like the day before the August Burns Red show. And they really stuck out to me because I never really listened to them. And I checked out their set, and they were very into it with their fans, and they had really great lyrics. I think they have a song, it's called 40-40-20, and it's about one of their friends, and she survived cancer. And I heard the story before the song, and I was taken in by the story. And the song itself, the way they performed it, was just really, it grasped you in. You're just like, wow, this is amazing. And I love them. I really wish I had to see the rest of their set because they did a really great job. And they seem like really great dudes because they're hanging around the merch table after their set. So yeah, definitely try to check them out. Ice Nine Kills coming in at number 9. They played a few dates last year, but like some bands, they got to play a few dates to come into the next year Warped Tour, because now they're playing the whole thing, which is awesome because they put out a new album this year. Amazing album. I love that CD. And I just know they're going to do great. I mean, as far as metalcore bands go, they do successfully well, at least do pretty well nowadays. And Ice Nine Kills is no exception. They're on Outer Loop Records, which is like a subsidiary brother-sister record label to Fearless Records. So, no doubt about it, they'll do great all summer on Warped Tour. Okay, number 10, we have Issues. And how can I not put Issues on this? I mean, they put out their debut full-length this year. Amazing album. Again, I just love that CD. The mix of every kind of instrumental they could put into it, like some of the heavier parts that they incorporated and their more DJ electronica parts, the mix of Tyler and Michael screaming and clean singing. There was nothing wrong with the album that I could really pick out. The more I listen to it, the more I love it. And I know that as far as bands that draw a crowd on Warped Tour is going to go, I'd say they'll draw a big crowd and maybe next year gain the main stage. That's just my guess. Number 11, Bayside. They have played Warped Tour, I think, a couple times now, because it's just like in 2012. I think I was supposed to see them, but I got sick. I'm fairly certain. But I did see them at Bamboozle in 2012. And people went nuts because they were right next door to their home, because this is in Jersey, and I'm pretty sure they're from New York. And yeah, people went insane. It was nuts. They played a lot of great songs. And with the new album out with Cult, I just know it's going to be a really great summer for Bayside. Number 12. I think this is probably on anyone's list to see right now. That's Neck Deep. I mean, as far as pop punk bands go, they got huge fast. They put out a full length through Hopeless Records. They had an EP that was just really successful, and I waited friggin' 5 months to get it in the mail. I got it's a double EP. It's like one side is their first EP, which is 7 songs, and their second EP, which is like 3 songs. So it's like a double thing, but whatever. And I was really excited to get it because it was worth the wait. Now I got both of them on vinyl. So yeah, it's really awesome. So go check out Neck Deep. 13, Real Friends. Going with the pop punk. They played a couple, I think maybe a week or 2 on Warped Tour last year, and I'm really bummed because they didn't play the dates I went to. But I know I really want to see them this year because like they're one of the pop punk bands that, again, like the Wonder Years or Man Overboard, they draw a lot of fans in and they make a lot of great music. And they finally got signed to Fearless Records. I'm shocked because like they went solo for a long time and were really independent, and now they're on Fearless putting in a new debut full length. I'm just like, can you get any more awesome news than that? Number 14, Finch. Now, sadly, I won't see Finch because any of the dates I'm going to, they're not playing at all. They're playing like the first 10 to 12 days, I think, of Warped Tour. So lucky you if you get to the first 2 days of Warped Tour and you get to see Finch. 15, I put down Inter Shikari. They're playing, I think they're like a few weeks late on it. They're coming in July, like the near start of July. So they're not on like the first 2 to 3 weeks of Warped Tour. But yeah, after they get on, they're on the rest of the summer, I do believe, at least for a month, almost. And yeah, I saw Shikari at Download last year, or Shikari, I don't know, I always say it wrong. But yeah, oh my god, they were the best band I saw there. There was like 10,000, oh man, like people watching them, at least 8,000 people watching them. And everyone was crazy, gone nuts, and they really drew to the crowd. And they brought out one of their dudes a birthday cake, which had like One Direction or Justin Bieber on it, and they flung it at the crowd. It was just really funny. It was a fun time. All right, for number 16, I chose the Color Morale. Now, they were on the UK Warped Tour last year, and now this year is going to be their first run on the US Canadian Warped Tour. And I can really tell they're going to draw a great crowd because their last record, No Hope, got a lot of fans' reaction. Everyone loved it. As far as I know, I heard no complaints about it. And yeah, so the first two records were like really good, like up here, but then like No Hope brought them like up to here. Like fans loved it. Garrett changed his vocal style for the most part, and people really accepted it. People loved the more raw, emotional vocal side to it, and I can agree with it because it was a great record. And I know that on Warped Tour this summer, they're really going to shine, and yeah, they're going to get a lot of fans out there because they're a really a fan-base driven band. They love their fans, and they really prove it. So it's really awesome. Number 17, I chose The Ghost Inside. I saw The Ghost Inside at Download Festival last year, and they tore the place up. I mean, they were awesome, had a lot of energy, really great performing live, and I think the last time they played was Engine 45, which, man, has a lot of emotion playing it live. I really love hearing that song. And yeah, there was like a lot of circle pits going on, and yeah, people were going crazy for him. So I can definitely see like a smaller crowd at Warped Tour definitely going even more crazy for The Ghost Inside. Number 18, I chose Parkway Drive. Now, again, I saw him at Download last year. I highly suggest you guys check them out. I might miss them because I saw them last year, so whatever. But yeah, Parkway Drive are great as far as metalcore bands go. They're one of the top ones. I know their last album, Atlas, was phenomenal. The DVD they put out for it was even better. And yeah, like I can just tell this summer on Warped Tour they're going to tear it up because, again, they're just one of those crazy live bands. 19, I chose Front Porch Step. Now, for anyone who's not aware, this is an acoustic artist. He's on the Acoustic Basement stage, I think is what it's called. And he's going to be playing the whole summer, I think. Could be wrong, but I'm fairly certain. Now, he's really great because I'd compare him to like This Wildlife as like a more of a acoustic little performer. And yeah, he put out a full length last year. It was really awesome, really heartfelt, really emotional. It was really awesome, actually. I loved the album. And yeah, that was just really awesome. So make sure you check him out if you're at the Acoustic Basement this summer. And the last one I'm going to talk about, number 20, is right behind me, staring at you. Story so far. I seen them like 5 times now. And yeah, I saw them 3 times at Bamboozle. I saw them at Warped Tour last year for like 20 minutes, and I also saw their full set because they had the headliner tour they played last year. And honestly, I'd probably go see them again. They're just such an awesome live band, and they just put on a great performance. The fans go crazy. It's nuts, and it's awesome. Yeah, that's pretty much my 20 bands. Okay, so these 20 bands I have chosen because I said they really stick out on the lineup out of almost, I think it's 100 bands maybe total going through the entire tour. And yeah, so if you guys are checking out any of these bands, let me know down below. If I had to pick 5 overall that I know I'm not going to miss, I take Stray from the Path, I take Issues, Neck Deep, I would also take Dayshell, and probably, it's hard to tell, maybe like The Color Morale or Vanna. It's hard to choose between both, but I know I don't want to miss them. So yeah, that's probably 5 I would choose. Let me know your 5 to 10 that you know for a fact you're not missing no matter what. Yeah, let me know down below because that's the best thing about these discussions. You guys seem to love it last year. And yeah, if you guys want to know any more information about these bands, search it up or ask me. I can probably help you out. And yeah, so Warped Tour is going to be awesome this summer. I'm going to be going to, I think it's the 11th in Canyon, New Jersey, and then the 12th in another place in New York I cannot remember the name of. But yeah, it's like I try to get 2 back-to-back dates, and that was like one of 3 choices that popped up. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Let me know what bands you're seeing this summer Warped Tour, and also where you're going. You know, you're gonna be going, you gotta go. It's Warped Tour. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. So always remember, it's music for today, music for tomorrow, music for life. Peace out.